Okay, just go already. Okay, you're live. What's up, guys? It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary for a 1996 action thriller from the, with the, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Eraser, with him and Vanessa L. Williams. Yeah, I'm going to do a podcast for this. I'm getting the DVD set up, so for some reason the disc wasn't starting. I saw this movie a long time ago on cable, and I wanted to see it because I missed it in the theater when I was 11, so I was too young to see it. R-rated, not directed by James Cameron. It's directed by Charles Russell. I don't know if that's Chuck Russell, who did The Blob and The Mask and Nightmare on Elm Street 3, but I think it is. And it's a fun movie. Critics were just rattling on it because it was not Terminator or True Lies or freaking Commando or whatever, but it's fun. I'm just gonna see it now, but I'm starting it up, so you can get ready in the chat. Send a message every 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, just skip this and get me to the freaking. I don't know why this is taking so long. I hope the DVD's not defective. This is what I hate about dual layer discs. They don't start right away, and I don't have another copy of this, so we'll see what happens. Oh wait, I have to choose a language. That's what I gotta do. Okay, now we go. Wait. Let's just do it anyway. We'll start the movie. I'll shut the subtitles off later, or just leave the subtitles. It doesn't matter. Yeah, this is the full screen version. It doesn't matter, guys. Guys are not going to see a thing anyway. So I'll just see it like that. This is Eraser. Warner Brothers did this movie. Let's just see the movie. I just want to get it over with. When I saw Her Alibi, it was full screen as well, so it doesn't even matter. For some reason, this is an old DVD where you have to choose a subtitle, but I'm like, I don't care. Arnold Koplinson production. And this movie is under 2 hours. Take my socks off. Hold on. Eraser. It's not a bad movie. I don't know why they want to do a bad movie roast on this movie. It's actually good. It was just underrated because, some people thought it was like a joke. Arnold is good in the film. You got James Caan in this movie. You got Vanessa Williams. You have, what's his name? Pastorelli. James Corburn's in the movie. Rest in peace, by the way. We have Robert Pastorelli. He was in, A Simple Wish and a bunch of other stuff. James Cromwell, Danny Nucci. Some good actors in this movie. There's some really good actors. There's no freaking Bintos in this movie like in other films I've seen with Arnold. Michael Papa John. Yeah, no relation to the pizza chain. It's a lot of Italian. Tony Longo's in the movie. May he rest in peace as well. Some good Italian actors in this movie. Melora Walter. Oh, great. This sock has a hole in it. Whatever. I had these socks for like over a decade, so time to say goodbye. Sorry, socks. Alan Silvestri did the score. What's up, Iron Lantern? I'm just doing the podcast for thing. Let me pause the movie for a second. We're just starting, so let me just get some socks. Yeah, because these socks they were a long time coming. I had these socks for a long time. Yeah, because I don't want to hear Danny's excuses why he had to stay home. He got an injury that caused him to miss work for a week now. Okay, anyway, back to the movie, guys. We're just up to the opening credits. Nothing important, just the opening credits. People that saw this on VHS saw the full screen version anyway, and it doesn't matter. You guys aren't watching a thing. It doesn't matter what version I'm watching, the digital version, DVD, Blu-ray, VHS, whatever. If I can see it and it works, that's fine. Directed by Charles Russell. I think that is Chuck Russell. Here's the beginning of the film. I was gonna do Collateral Damage, but I'm like, nah, this is a little bit longer, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to hear a bunch of Spanish in the movie, so I'm like, this is good enough. Hold on. Yeah, this is the beginning of the movie. Just leave the subtitles. I'll just have to bear with it. The movie must be an R-rated action movie. It is early. This is the mid '90s. It was a $100 million budget movie, by the way. That was rare in the '90s. And I miss Robert Pastorelli. There's Arnold. Hell yeah, buddy. We start with an action scene. See, you don't need an hour of buildup. You got, action right away. Put the cookie down now. Yeah. Look at those cold eyes of Arnold. I'm the party pooper. Yeah. I watched Arnold's movies when I was a kid, man. Even though I wasn't supposed to. I saw, Terminator when I was a kid, Terminator 2, Last Action Hero, Jingle All the Way, even that horrible Batman and Robin. Yeah, he is dead, apparently. Yeah. He died of drug overdose. I'm like, yeah, this is why you have to get help. If you have a drug problem, get help, please. Do it now. Yeah, I was going to do Predator, but I don't have Predator anymore. I had the VHS, I had the DVD, but it was bare bones, so I got rid of it. I'll get Predator eventually. And it's a shame this movie never got a special edition, because even on Blu-ray, it got nothing. It's just bare bones. It never got a commentary from Charles Russell. It never got any special features, nothing. Yet Titanic gets a 2-disc Blu-ray set, and it's got tons of special features. The 1997 Titanic. And honestly, I think this movie is a lot short. It's a lot more enjoyable than True Lies, because True Lies, my problem with it is not that it's a remake. It's too long. Him and Jamie Lee Curtis, the movie, the scene should have ended on the bridge. Adding another hour to that, James Cameron, was not needed. There could have been a lot of scenes cut out of that movie. If you're not going to do anything with Tia Carrere, you could have cut her out of the movie. This is a good opening. I like it a lot better than Batman and Robin. I think it's an underrated film. Like, compared to some of Arnold's recent films, that he's old and he could barely do anything because, again, age catches up to all of us, especially when you're in your 70s. That's why I want to do stuff now while I'm physically able. I'm going to blow up the house. Yep. It's well acted, and this is one of the few movies where Arnold's female companion is black. So something different. I didn't get to do this for Black History Month, but it is National Women's Month, so it's all about women now. I got to lower this. I'm sorry. Hold on. It's too loud. Much better. Oh, I don't want to go deaf. This also came out. This also came out in '96. One of the best movies that year, next to Space Jam. Yeah, '96 was actually a good year for film. '97 was where it really took it in the ass. I know, because '96 was there was a big blizzard in New York City when I was 11. Get Out, yeah. Again, better here than in Terminator Genesis. I bet if Arnold had not gone to politics, his career wouldn't have taken a backseat to Stallone and other guys like Statham, Channing Tatum, The Rock. Who else? Even Matt Damon. And I'm like, yeah, but Matt Damon, I don't consider him an action star. The Bourne movies are basically good because of him, but the shaky cam is troublesome and goes. You've just been erased. Yeah, it's in New York. It's in Washington D.C. They showed the Capitol building, so Arnold is there. Yeah, because like I said, James Cameron, when he works on Arnold, great things happen. But good God, James Cameron, can you please make your movies shorter? Stop making your movies 3 hours. You're not Scorsese, dude. I got the highest grossing movie of all time. Yeah, because you made it 3 freaking hours. The director's cut of that movie is 3 hours and 15 minutes. And it did not need to be that long. I guess little Sim is not going to show up today because he's in school. But again, I had to do it early. I was going to start this podcast at 2, but better late than never, right? Mm-hmm. Put some other bottled water. Mm. I must have left it upstairs. Oh, well, I have this one. I need water. What movie? Eraser. See? 1996. Didn't see it in 96 because I was only 11. I was not, my parents did not let me see R-rated movies unless I was in the, I had adult supervision. I didn't see Speed unless I was an adult there, or Terminator 2 or Air Force One or any of that. Once I turned like 15, I started watching R-rated movies by myself. Yeah. I saw Tomcats in the 2000s. I saw Road Trip. I saw Two Can Play at That Game. I saw Why Do Fools Fall in Love. I saw a lot of R-rated movies when I was a kid. Well, when I was a teenager. And this is when actors could smoke on screen. They rarely do that now because it's bad. Even actors don't even vape now on screen because it gets bad for you, man. I don't want metal in my lungs. I want to keep myself healthy, man. I want to live a long, fulfilling life. No, the movie that you just criticized being 3 hours, Avatar, it's too freaking long. He makes movies that are overly long. The only James Cameron movie that's short is the first Terminator. It's like less than 2 hours. Everything else, Aliens, The Abyss, True Lies, Terminator 2, Avatar, all freaking long. And they don't need to be that long. 2.5 hours is too long. Get to the point faster, James Cameron. Abyss is a great movie, but there's a longer cut that's almost 3 hours. Too freaking long. Yeah, rest in peace, James Corbin. Had a great voice, too. He was Mr. Waternoose in Monsters, Inc. I went to the theater last week to see the Beast of 20,000 Fathoms. People clapped for the opening credits. It said technical visual effects. Ray Harryhausen. Somebody was clapping. Why? People respect that what that man did for special effects. Without him, you wouldn't have had any of the ILM or or any CG effects back in the 80s and the 90s. Mm-hmm. Look at that intense face from Arnold. There she is, light-skinned Vanessa L. Williams. She's almost 60 years old, and she's still a firecracker. Can sing, too. And you know how I am with black women, guys. I'm stoked. I'm beyond stoked. And let's be clear, African American women or Caribbean or African Canadian women. That's what I'm talking about. Or even women from Africa, because they just the sexiest women in the world. They are. They just eke of estrogen flowing through their body. Beautiful woman, man. Gorgeous. And see, Arnold's not racist. You can say whatever you want about him, but he's not racist. He will work with anybody of any color. Because that's how he is. Same thing with Tom Cruise. Some actors are racist, but I'm not. So those are what the earbuds, the hearing aid earpiece used to look like back in the 90s. Now headphones are like this, but without the wires. I just use wires. It's a lot safer because sometimes the Bluetooth shuts off and then I can't use it. Avatar's too freaking long. I don't want to look at 3 hours of CGI. I want to see real people. Amateur. Gorgeous eyes. Oh, she's part white. I know that, guys. It doesn't bother me. This is not a deal breaker. It never was, and it never will be. I want to be in an interracial relationship so I could prove to my family once and for all I can subvert their expectations. I'm not going to fall in love with a Spanish girl. It's just not going to happen. That is not in the cards. I don't want to have to learn another language out of nowhere or Portuguese or any of that. It's just not for me. It's not for me. That's why when I see usually I do these podcasts, I do movies in English because if it's in subtitled, I'm not going to tell you what's going on. Does this movie star Arnold? Yeah, it does. In his prime, before he was in politics and, before he got old and started doing like direct to streaming movies now. And I know Arnold's birthday's not till July. I could do a podcast on his birthday. Maybe I could do a Jingle All the Way or Terminator or Terminator 2 or Terminator 3. Not Genesis or Dark Fate because they'll suck. I do drapes. No. And Arnold doing like this, smiling like this. That's not funny, guys. That wouldn't have been funny in the 90s. Hmm. And I'm surprised that Vanessa Williams didn't do a lot of films like this. I mean, yeah, look at her. She was a model first, one of the few African American women to be a model. And at a time where, people were like, oh my God, there's people of color that are gorgeous. Yeah, open your eyes. And this is before movies like when did The Net come out? Was it before this? Yeah, I think it was 1995, but I was bored to death. This is a much better movie because at least Vanessa Williams keeps my attention. Sandra Bullock, her face is falling off. I don't know what happened. That's why I'm not seeing The Lost City. Don't ask in the chat. I just don't want to see that movie. Not interested. Uncharted just came out, and why is there another movie with the jungle? We're about 20 minutes in. I just had a small delay. I have excellent taste in women. If you see my Facebook posts and what I say on my most of my YouTube comments, It's not a Sandra Bullock fan. I liked her in Speed, but that's about it. Most everything else I've seen her in, I just thought she was weak. Speed 2, Demolition Man, The Net, Ocean's 8, Miss Congeniality. I don't buy her. I don't know what it is. It's just she rubs me the wrong way. Even her voice acting, I wasn't crazy about in Minions. She had one good line. I like That's it. That's it. The rest of the time, I'm just like, it's not that she can't act. It's just she's not doesn't do it for me. Especially recent movies like Bird Box and all that. It's just no. I thought that was Martin Lawrence. It's not. He was doing Bad Boys, so he was too busy. Look at that face, man. Just love it. If I had to choose between Vanessa Williams and Sandra, I'd pick Vanessa any day, every day. Because my God. And this was before 9/11, so the collateral damage got pushed because of 9/11. And no, hack the movies. You haven't hacked this movie yet because it's actually good. What are you gonna say? It's just generic. Yeah, sometimes Tony is just weird, man. What about Channing Tatum and Daniel Radcliffe? I like them. Daniel Radcliffe is good in Harry Potter, and Channing, he's always capable. My problem is, why is it in the jungle? Again, we just saw Uncharted, and that was mostly in the jungle, guys. It wasn't like, they put Nathan Drake in like a tomb or something like Indiana Jones. Mm. And I could stare at your eyes all day, you mixed race, beautiful creature. And why does Radcliffe have a beard? Does he want to look like he's 40? He's younger than me, guys. I'm older than Daniel and Rupert and Emma. Because when they were kids, I was already a teenager. So James Cromwell, hey, easy, easy up there, Tiger. Don't. Is that the guy that played Tony Stark's dad? I think it was. Yeah. I mean, this was 1996. It could be him. Um, Vanessa Williams is basically the Daniela Melchior of the yeah, definitely just black, not Portuguese. But good God, she's gorgeous, man. If I see Daniela Melchior in a movie like this, and that's not a CGI cartoon, I'll give her a chance. Give her a Bond movie. Wow, James Cromwell's over the top here. You see him; he's a wholesome farmer in Babe, and then he just loses in any other movie. He's so intense, man. It's a good actor. I like him. I don't know why he was wasted in Jurassic World. Damn, man. A suicide in the first 20 minutes of a movie. And this feels like a James Cameron movie, but it's not. Did Chuck Russell direct this? I think he did. Gorgeous woman, just gorgeous, man. I want to lick the screen, but I don't want to look like a pervert. I'm like, stop her. Yeah, he didn't kill her. He killed himself. I'm like, dude, no problem in this world is worth doing that. Yeah, because Danielle Melchior, she has the most gorgeous green eyes I've ever seen in my life, man. She's like part cat because I think if Zoe Kravitz didn't get Catwoman, she would have. It's just she's already in the DCU with the Suicide Squad. Even though it bombed, she's probably going to get a spinoff. I can feel it because she made training rats interesting, like Willard. Complete protection? No, nowadays you have to be vaccinated to be completely protected. That is Tony's father, yeah. In Tony's dad in Iron Man 2, Civil War, and Endgame. Not the British actor Dominic Cooper that played him in the first Captain America movie. Yeah, it is time. Let me see if this is the same director. I really like Chuck Russell's movies because I love The Mask. That is one of my favorite comic book movies. No, this guy's that Vum today. I don't know what that is. So there we go. Much better. Yeah, it is Chuck Russell. It's the same director that did The Mask, the Blob remake, and Nightmare on Elm Street 3. I can see Daniela doing a Bond movie. Yeah, her if her and Tiana like fought each other, I would have an orgasm that would last for days. I would. I would just go like I'd be shooting like a sprinkler. Because her saying, "You bastard" or "you bitch," and then she's like wrestling Tiana, I would lose my mind, Josh. Because I'm like, you have a light skinned, gorgeous girl with green eyes, and then you have this dark chocolate. I'm like, oh my god. Or even if she fought, on the same team, isn't it? Yeah, Chuck Russell did this movie. This is proof that Chuck Russell can do almost any genre. He can do a comedy. He can do horror. He can do action. Why didn't they cast? Why didn't they get this guy to do Snake Eyes or something like that? Why did they get a bad director? Idiots. This guy's a good director. Why are you wasting your time with guys like Olivia Megaton and Michael Bay? They're nuts. They're nutso. Or freaking not James Cameron. What's his name? James Gunn. He's a nut job. If he's not doing Guardians, he's doing curse words galore in The Peacemaker or Suicide Squad. That doesn't make a good movie or a good show. Clever puns and good character development is what makes a good film. Good writing, not the F word every 2 seconds. This movie doesn't have the F word every 2 seconds. It is adult, especially with her swimming and fighting people. Yeah, no rats this time. Just her being, it's me. Violent action throughout and some language. Yeah, see, but it's capable. This movie's well written. That's more than I could say for some movies now, where everything is a curse word, everything is sexual, everything is over violent. Peacemaker, the violence was not the problem. I was expecting heads exploding and people getting dismembered and blood. I was expecting that. The butterflies going in people's throat, that was fine. Good practical effects, but can you please tone down the freaking profanities and disgusting dialogue? And I'm gonna have an orgy with this. No, I don't need to know. I don't need to know what's in your pants, vigilante. I don't need to know. Okay, Chuck Russell. What else have you done? Yeah, he's kind of like one of those B movie directors, but they give him big budgets and his movies make money. This movie made money. The Mask made money. The remake of the no, well, the Blob remake didn't, but it was ahead of its time. It got a cult following, and also Nightmare 3 made a lot of money. So what's the problem here? He's more hit than miss. Who could have played Snake Eyes? Make the same actor who played Shang-Chi? Him or my choice, if he had to be Asian, the guy from Kung Fu, because at least he's a good actor. Or anybody from the MCU would have been better than him. Yeah, he did. He recently did a movie called Jungly. I don't know what that is, but yeah, he's still getting work, mind you. But his Jungly was the last feature film he did. I Am Wraith, but I never even heard of that, or Wrath. The Scorpion King was the last film I saw from him, and that was good. The first one. Oh, Roma Mafia. I remember her from Nip Tuck. Yeah. And the thing is, Elm Street 3 was his first film that he directed, and it was good. It had a mix of good horror, comedy, and a great atmosphere and really likable characters. Bless the Child, I haven't seen that because I'm not a fan of that, but yeah. I could stare at your eyes forever. These women have eyes like a cat, and it's just so sexy. Hey, look who's there. He was Barry from Slam Dunk Ernest. That's why he was not in the movie in some scenes in Ernest Slam Dunk Ernest. Barry wasn't in it because this actor was doing this movie. Yeah, because like I said, Snake Eyes was going to fail if you didn't have Ray Park do the character, and they waited too long. They should have done a movie 5 years later, not 10 years later, almost 10 years later. Also, Snake Eyes. I just never asked for a Snake Eyes movie. GI Joe, just they should just leave it as an animated cartoon. No more live action movies. We've seen enough already. Uh oh. And there's also actors in this movie that are no longer with us. That would be awesome seeing Danielle and Tiana fight each other and Daniela saying a one liner working together in a 007 movie. Yeah. Because again, I would just lose it. Get some different actresses, get some women of color that actually serve a purpose. Because, like I said, I wanted more women of color. You had some women of color in No Time to Die, but they're barely in the movie. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh no, of course he had to die because yeah, a black man in an action movie that's not the lead, yeah. That's not Denzel Washington, yeah. Though that gun is awesome, by the way. It's like a Matrix gun. Oh, that's a nod to Total Recall. Let's party. Nice. Uh-oh. Wait, I don't have to hide this. Show it. Because Josh should never be blocked. Um, Nowadays you can have a black man leading man in an action movie. It's been done before. Yeah, I mean we had a ton of them last year. I mean, what do you think Fast Nine was? It's a cartoon and it's horrible, but it's Vin Diesel's part black, I think. And also, the movie. I'll just delete this. I'll just delete this so I don't get a guideline strike. Because not every picture I can repost on my Facebook. Because then cases are like, you can't show a woman's ass, you can't show her legs, you can't show bosoms, you can't show this. I'm like, a woman's body's not going to hurt you guys, unless it's the one from Teeth. Yeah, it's not going to hurt you. Stop acting like it will. Their beautiful parts like their feet, their legs, their thighs, their bosoms, their butt, their hair, then it's not going to hurt you. That's awesome. His action is really good. Chuck Russell knows what he's doing. Because I saw Erin Moriarty in that outfit in The Boys, and I just was like losing my mind. Such a gorgeous woman, man. Could delete this. Last time Arnold worked with a black girl before this was Ray Don Chong in she's Canadian. She's black and Canadian. She's from she was in Commando. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, there's blood in the movie. It's violent. Arnold just got his bloody hand. In F9, when cars are flying and even one goes into space, do the cars basically act like Ray from Star Wars when they can pull off stuff out of the trunk? Yeah, pretty much. Except that they did it. They took so long to make it stupid. The first movie is not realistic. It's not realistic, but it at least has some logic. The cars aren't flying. They're normal cars. They're not freaking supercars. Mm-hmm. CIA, NSA, my people. A woman's body is not going to hurt them. If that was the case, they should have been sensitive towards female heroes like Captain Marvel, Lady Jessica, Ruby Roundhouse. I don't know who that is, and Sam from Gunpowder and Milkshake and Starlight. Yeah, exactly. Why are you afraid of a woman? What are you intimidated by? Their fingernails? This movie has a great pacing for a almost 2 hour movie. It doesn't slow down to a crawl like some movies I saw last year. Good God. Um, Cullen, like Edward Cullen, except this movie is way better. It's shorter than Twilight and it's not boring. They say do it a lot in this movie. Yeah, I remember those DVDs that were those discs that were this small. At least this has a woman in it. I'm not going to do a podcast with it that doesn't have a woman in it. Oh, Jessica Biel. Mm. So she's burning her old IDs and credit cards. Okay, Shakespeare. I would never burn my IDs. No, I just cut them into pieces when they're old. Ruby Roundhouse is Karen's video game character from Jumanji. I never heard that was her name because again, I just knew her as the redhead chick. Also, Caitlin from Booksmart and Ratcatcher, two are others that aren't scared. So why are most people scared? Because again, they think women are going to rule the world or something. It was just a freaking agenda that's not working anymore. That's all. Uh-oh, Chinatown. Yeesh. Yakuza, that's Japan. This is still a good movie. I don't care what the critics say. They just think it's by the numbers. Hmm. That's a great smile. New York City too. So he has a little gun. Yep, you're out. Um, I love a girl's smile, especially Vanessa's smile. Yeah, it's real. It's beautiful. She's not missing teeth. She doesn't have cavities. She doesn't have like a chipped tooth. Yeah, beautiful smile. Is this film a little bit political? Yeah. Smile. They're free, so give them out because it's better to give a smile than give a frown, you know? Hmm. Hmm. And this is when the first Mission Impossible came out. The first one, not any of the sequels in 1996. Movies were just better made back then. Now everything's got to look like a freaking video game. I'm like, no, you can make good movies now. But Laura Morano's movie on Netflix didn't have to have a bunch of CG in it. Here we go. Arnold with his glasses, just like in Terminator. If you saw the scene, you would think that it was a Terminator movie and not, but this was after 2 came out. There's a picture of Jessica Biel, so happy birthday to Jessica Biel. Wait, it's hard to see this thing because it's hard to see. Oh, there we go. There we go. See her? Yeah, this tablet's old, guys. Excuse me. Happy birthday. 40 years old. She made it to 40. Good for her. Beautiful actress. Danny Nucci. I know this guy. He was in that movie that I saw a couple years ago. This is like the commando scene. I like you, Sully. That's why I'm gonna kill you last. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, because like I said before, with Arnold, you know what movies you're gonna get. How much do you hate Matt Reeves? I don't hate him. I'm not gonna blame him for this Batman movie. I have Cloverfield. I did like that movie, guys. Don't say that I hate him. That's a rumor. I do like what he can do. It's just that I don't like that the movie's 3 hours and that the casting decision. That's it. That's it. It's not the rest of the cast. It's just that Robert is not my Batman. I hate Matt Reeves. No, I don't. I like the Cloverfield movie. I have it on DVD. I heard his commentary. He's not like J.J. Abrams. Abrams is a freaking on my. He's a suspect because you saw what he did to Star Wars and putting lens flares in Star Trek. He's a suspect. But with Matt Reeves, I don't hate him. I don't hate him. Even if this Batman movie ends up being meh, it's still not going to be the worst thing he's done. There's Arnold with a gun. Don't worry, I'm paying attention. hmm What did Barbara Cartel say? Barbara Cartel or wait, Carteri? I don't know who that is. hmm I got you. Stick around. Yeah, this is still really well shot action. There's not bad CGI in this movie until the third act. When you get to those alligators or crocodiles or whatever they are, yeah, those look bad. Those look like plastic. She left a message in this chat earlier that was deleted, so I was wondering if she blocked her. Yeah, because it said "yum wonder" whatever. Yeah, they spam. If you're not going to say something intelligent, don't go on here. I said it already. The only director I have a problem with is Uwe Boll. Even directors I may have problems with a little have vision always. He did one really good movie, and that was at Rampage. Not the movie with The Rock. It was a movie from 2009. Rampage is not based on a video game. It's just he's a German scumbag that just likes to beat the crap out of his naysayers, and he also makes some terrible decisions. Did I put this picture twice? It looks like I did. Uh-oh, she's dead. I know. I'm looking through my old albums with women. Just curious, how many months or years are you going to wait to watch the Batman? I'm not watching it in the theater. If I watch it on HBO Max, I'm going to need some coffee and some no some freaking medication to get through it because there's no way I'm going to be sober for that. I need to have caffeine in my blood because I'm like Robert is the most boring actor I've ever seen, dude. He really is. I'm sorry. I see him and he's like whispering like this, and and yeah, I already saw a scene where he punches somebody. I'm not gonna say what, but he also makes some nonsense reviews on Letterboxd and talks trash about a lot of good movies because a lot of people are doing that. They're like Scorsese is like Marvel movies are not art. They're not real films. They're a roller coaster ride. Yeah, and they're the ones that are making billions of dollars. The franchises, the players, the ones that came to play. Newsflash: nobody wants to see originality anymore. Originality was dead 15 years ago, guys. Once Disney started remaking their movies, yeah, originality went out right out the window. Oh my God, Anna Kendrick in those pants. Sometimes I need caffeine to keep myself awake. Yeah, I need to drink some coffee to get through that movie. I'm not going to be sober for it. I'm going to be high on coffee and medicine. I'm going to take some cold medicine or not even cold medicine, like not uppers or anything because I don't use drugs. Every movie is cinema and people need to see that. Originality is still here. Yeah, but when it's done right, you don't need to make a movie 3 hours long and just copy Christopher Nolan. Sorry, or Scorsese in this case, because the last 3 hour movie in the theater was The Irishman before the pandemic. During the pandemic, if there were 3 hour movies on Netflix in parts, that's fine. That's at home. Watching it in the theater, it hurts. When I saw Lord of the Rings Return of the King, that was 4 hours and 23 minutes. I had to move my legs a lot so that they didn't fall asleep. 4 hours. That's an hour longer than this Batman movie. So an hour and change. I remember those cell phones in the 90s. There's Vanessa Williams in jeans. We rarely see her in jeans here. You don't need 3 hours. Even critics that have liking the movie are saying the movie's too long. This film should have been in two parts. But because people don't want to wait a year for anything, this is why Denis Villeneuve made Dune two parts. Or maybe three. I don't know. But it's not going to be one movie. It's going to be in parts. You you did this to me. Originality still lives on, even in most movies nowadays are franchise movies based on shows, cartoons, or video games than standard original movies. Hey, little Sim, you made it. We're almost an hour into the movie, so yep. James Caan is a good villain in this movie. He's memorable. I can't say that about the villain in Black Widow or Eternals. There's Arnold waking up. Someone on the internet announced that Michelle Jones is getting her own movie. No, it's not happening. Little Sim, just squash it already. Stop talking about Michelle Jones. Get it out of your system. Mm-hmm. Hmm. M&M's and Skittles make a nutritious breakfast. No, they don't. And he stabbed him right in the arm. That's right. Was the movie successful at the box office worldwide? Yeah, this movie made over $200 million back in 1996, and that's in $96. Now that would be at least a $500 million. Have you seen Bill Cosby's chocolate cake for breakfast skit? No. He took the chair. He threw the chair. He threw a he threw a plain chair through the freaking engine. That's that's hilarious. That's a freaking Looney Tunes logic right there. But again, it's still less stupid than Fast Nine. CGI background. In the this one of the movies that all the other films like Endgame and No Way Home surpassed. No, it's not. Bob Odenkirk, he did really good in Nobody. I really want to see more of that. He proved that he could be a badass, uh, you know, uh, action star. I blocked Lil Sim in the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna block him too. I'm gonna block him too. He doesn't need to be here. I don't need hide this user. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm sorry. If you're not gonna be intelligent, I don't care what disability you have. If you say stupid shit here, you'll be blocked. Period. Type in Michelle Jones spinoff again. No. Goodbye. Goodbye. He's a freaking troll. He wants to troll me. I'm like, no, I'm not in the mood for games. I'm doing a podcast for people like Iron Lantern and people that actually are here for the movie, not to start some stupid shit about Michelle Jones, Michelle Jones, Michelle Jones. Shut the fuck up about Michelle Jones already. She's a side character in Spidey's world. That's it. She's not going to get her spinoff unless it's a Disney Plus show because those are getting made every day now. Sheesh. I had to do it, Josh. Yeah. Some people need to be silenced. He wants his face. I had to do it too, guys. Because Little Sims is, I don't know what the hell is his problem. He's probably got some like bipolar disorder or something because nobody acts like that. And no, being a teenager doesn't excuse you. I had a lot of problems with my attention, but I never was disrespectful in the chat, even in the 90s when it was group chats on like MySpace or whatever. Did you know that guy who played one of the Secret Service agents in Eraser is Michael Papajohn, who played Uncle Ben's killer in Spider-Man? He did. Oh yeah, who's there? This is awesome. This scene with Arnold. It's a better scene than in Predators with Adrian Brody. Do you think Bowser Jr. in the Mario games is cute? Yeah, he's cute sometimes. That's an awesome stunt, by the way. It's a really good stunt. Yeah, I don't have time for Little Sim anymore. He's one of those people that were on my StreamYard that was giving me trouble last year. I just saw you block somebody. Yeah, I had to. I had to. Hey, look, two black kids in a junkyard. I never seen that before. If you're not going to be respectful, I snap you away. Period. Those kids are hustlers. He's a stunt guy, by the way. He was in Die Hard 4, The Last Boy Scout. Yeah, he does a lot of good stunt work. Um, I have issues, but not that bad like Little Sim. No, Little Sim, he's just not going to shut the fuck up, so I had to put him in his place. He won't shut up about that, so I had to put him in his place. Let's get back to the movie now, shall we? An hour and 1 minute in, but no more. Little Sim is blocked from now on. When I go on YouTube, I'm blocking him there too, and I'm going to unsubscribe to him because I'm sorry. You're going to be a little prick. I'm going to just put you in your place. There's tigers, yeah, real tigers, by the way. Is Little Sim just like the annoying orange? Yeah, it's just he is, and I'm like, he's not respectful. The secret handshake, yep, shooting you right in the leg. I know he's my friend. You don't have to block him. I had to. He was being a prick. I want a Michelle Jones movie. Shut up. Just shut up already about that. You're not going to get it. Sony's going to make the decision, not you. I have spoken. Jeez. People just won't shut up in the chat about it. I just had to put him in his place. If you're not going to shut up about the topic, you're blocked. Don't exist anymore. There. You didn't have to block him. Well, I guess I did. Nobody is going to be a prick in my chat from now on. Period. You don't stand a chance against me, against my fingers. That's why I like when people are being assholes at the store. I put them in their place. I put them in their place because when they're on their cell phones, when I'm on the line in Dollar Tree, I give them the business. Nobody has diplomatic immunity. Nobody. These animals are real. The monkeys and the tigers, they're all real. It's either the gators or the crocodiles that are not. Man, some people are just annoying on the chat. I had to block them if they're a threat, they're blocked. Yeah, these gators or crocodiles. I don't know either one, but yeah, they look fake. They look like let me alone. He's not annoying. He was just telling you something. No, telling me no. He was not telling me something. He keeps talking about Michelle Jones. Shut up already. Just stop. You're annoying. God. No, if you're gonna be a prick in the thing, I see everything. Every single comment that's there, I read it because I have fast eyes. Wasn't Michael Papa John's character in Spider-Man named Carradine? I think so. Arnold in slow mo. Good line. I'm not doing these podcasts for people like him. I'm doing it for my fans. What kind of trouble did Wilson put you through last year? He was in StreamYard and saying some stupid shit like this too. You didn't have to block me on my main channel. Again, I told you, leave me alone, little Sim. Leave me alone. Put the user in timeout. I don't want to deal with him. I'm sorry. I don't. Here come the Gators. Yeah. See, there's some good practical effects here, but then there's some CG that looks bad. That looks bad. That CG looks like Lake Placid. That does look bad. Some of the close-ups look good, but some of the background things look really terrible. It's dated early '90s CGI. Yeah, that does look bad. I'll admit that. You didn't have to block me. Eraser is like the last old school Arnold movie. Well, for a while, yeah. Because after this, he had like a biopsy on his heart, and yeah, they didn't have to use CG because Alligator came out in the '80s and it looks better than this. That CG looks really dated. Even Jumanji, the first Jumanji, had better effects than that crocodile alligator. What stupid stuff Little Kim kept saying again about freaking Michelle Jones? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Good stunt work. Yeah, that CG looks really terrible. I'm glad it's the only bad CG in the movie. It's only one scene with the gators or crocs or whatever they are. We're an hour and 7 minutes in. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You didn't have to block me. Well, I have to. If you're gonna be a dick, you're blocked. Period. I'm not playing games, guys. It's 2022, not 2020 anymore. It'll make his what ache? Browse. There's a Catholic church. Stallone did Daylight the same year, but even him and Arnold were in their peaks at this point. Yeah, pretty much. But Stallone ended up doing directing, and it saved a lot of his career because he did Rocky and Rambo 4 and Expendables, so he still had a better track record than Arnold. I'm gonna do a podcast for uh I'll do a podcast for Daylight, but I'm gonna do it in the summer. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing that they didn't make Vanessa Williams the villain in this movie. That would have pissed me off. So let me get this straight. If anyone on this chat keeps talking to you about the same repetitive topic, they're going to be blocked. If it bothers me, if they do it beyond repair, I'm going to be like, just shut up already, because I can't deal with it. I can't. If it's about the new Batman movie, at least with Matt Reeves, I already said my piece. I don't hate him. Just because he's doing the Batman, I'm not going to blame him for that. It was Warner Brothers' idea to do this, not him. They just hired him. Stop being repetitive. James Gunn already did enough of that in The Peacemaker. Everything in that show was a profanity or a freaking, disgusting thing or a gay agenda or something. And he's racist. Yeah, he racist against Asians. Some people just have no shame, man. Just talk about the same thing over and over again. I like to mix things up because life is boring if you talk about the same thing all the time. Mm. The complete operation due to low memory. Oh, I gotta delete some pictures then. I got low memory because I have too many pictures. Let me delete some pictures. I'm fine. I can delete this one and this one. I'm running out of space. So this one I could delete. Uh no, it's not Raining Man. No, I'm muting this. Mute that. I don't want to. It's a gay club. Ha ha ha. That's hilarious. Gunn isn't racist since he has an Asian cousin. Just the Asian jokes are sensitive. They're too much. We get it. They made a mistake in 2019. I still didn't need to see, him making fun of the Asian guy in the green suit or the main Asian girl saying, "Hey, Ching Chang Chong." I'm like, oh my god, this is so cringe. It was cringe. I don't want to hear. Let me hear the dialogue now. Gay club. It's raining men. I would never be safe in a gay club because I'm a good looking guy. It's not raining men. This month it's raining women. So, because I don't tell people I'm straight, I say heterosexual. You know what? You know why I say that? Because I'm like, I'm heterosexual. James Caan played a pretty good villain, and one of the other Secret Service agents and is Nick Chinlund, who was one of the prisoners in Con Air. Yeah, I forgot. I haven't seen Con Air. Again, I don't care about this song. It's Raining Men. Thank you. They cut the scene. Thank God, because it's too freaking long. Delete this picture. It's Raining Men. That's mental. All I got to do is delete these. It's Raining Men. I already heard the "It's Raining Men" song in when I did a podcast back in 2020 for "Why Aren't You Being a Nice Little Sim?" Because again, he's a child. He's not a grown man like me. Josh, grown man. Lantern is a grown man. If you're under 18, you shouldn't be in this podcast. You're not even illegal enough to watch this movie. 14 is not mature enough. A lot of recognizable faces in Eraser. Yeah, good actors. No Bentos in this movie. Ha! It's Raining Men. That's mental. cancel. Yeah, now that's the word that people want to use now. Watch me get canceled. I got a lot of video here. Patrick Kirkpatrick, who played the Sandman in Death Warrant and was also in Under Siege 2. Yeah, I know. It's. I'm running out of space. I have to delete some pictures. Could delete this one. I look fat in this picture anyway. Really fat. Don't be rude to my friend. He wants his Michelle Jones movie. Yeah, you'll get it, but just shut up about it, please. Don't go on my Facebook and do it on my page. I don't care. You just want it because you want a black girl. I get it, okay? I get it. Doesn't want to hear about it anymore. Don't say it. Don't talk about Morbius. Don't talk about freaking the Batman. Don't talk about Michelle Jones. No more of it. Squash it. You want to talk about something? Talk about what's coming out, like Moon Knight. That's coming out soon. It's raining, man. That's ridiculous. This one I'll delete. We're getting Miles in the MCU, and that's that. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm saying that this picture that I took back in December, I looked really fat in it. I lost some weight since then, but yeah, these I could delete. Yeah, I'll just have to delete some of these. Move that to the trash. This one. Oh yeah, this is a scene where he's. This is. Yeah, I like this scene. Patrick Kirkpatrick, I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, this is the scene where he puts a thing in his mouth and he's foaming from. He thinks he's foaming from. Yeah, I miss Robert Pastorelli. I wish he didn't do drugs. I really wish he didn't because he would still be alive. Oh, I would love that right now. Yeah, look at this scene. This scene is really, really insane. Watch. Watch this. Oh my god. Ugh. Ugh. He looks like he's foaming from the mouth. It's a good actor, man. I miss him a lot. That's what happened to him for real life. Don't piss him off. Little Tim is watching the live stream. Yeah, but have you heard of Everything Everywhere All at Once? It's an upcoming A24 movie. It's executive produced by the Russos, but not directed by them. I'll see. If it's not weird, I'll watch it. Oof. I could delete some of these pictures. They're just from Halloween last year. What's the, well? I don't want to. I don't want to use that sound. Oh, that's the Hershey. Uh, Robert Pastorelli was also in Beverly Hills Cop 2 and Striking Distance. Yeah, I miss him. I miss him a lot, man. When he died in the 2000s, I was sad because he was such a good actor. And just drugs, it'll take you away, man. It will put you out of your misery. And I'm like, yeah. And it'll, it's just, oh my God. Again, you're going to kill this guy, dude. Jeez. Oh, that's Cameron Manheim. She's the mother of her son. Her son is from the zombie movies. I had to delete some pictures because there were too many pictures on my tablet. Get out of here. I miss Hershey Park. I can't wait to go back there this summer if I can. I'll even go by myself. Me too. This movie, the Beverly Hills Cop 2 and Striking Distance are good action films. This one I could delete. We're almost done, right? We're an hour and 22 minutes. We got about 30 minutes left because the movie's an hour and 55, but without the end credits, it's like an hour and 50. It's long, but it's not 2 hours long. Do you think you'll ever watch House of Gucci or The Last Duel? Yeah, but not right now. I don't want to watch anything depressing. And House of Gucci is like 2.5 hours. It's too freaking long. Yeah, they do. Oh, this guy was in The Mask. He worked with Chuck Russell. He was one of Dorian's henchmen. He's like, you better shut up or you better kiss your ass goodbye. Remember, he was the guy from that. Got to delete some photos because I need some space. Yeah, Vanessa Williams doesn't do a lot of action in this movie, but she does do a lot of physical running. I see TMT fan 2020 trying to troll you. Then I'll block him too. I'll just remove him too. Hide the user because I don't need time. Anybody that's supporting Little Sim, I'm not gonna deal with it anymore. I'm sorry. While this movie's not better than Independence Day, I still think it's a well done movie. I could delete this picture too because it's from last year, I think, or maybe it's yeah. Forgot what picture. Is the ending of the mid shows woke pandering? Yeah, it's not needed. Um, because the ending is instead of just saying that she went to college and it ends, no, they have to show an LGB freaking flag. I'm like, Netflix, you didn't need to do that. You don't need to do that. I told you, I'm not. I'm a stickler when it comes to being affiliated. If you are, I want nothing to do with you. That's right. Arnold is so physical in this movie. Yeah, he's a cool guy in real life. Yeah, I deleted a bunch of pictures. I had to just to save me some space. But delete this one too. Okay, that's enough of that. I think I have enough memory now. It could be just the same ending, but without the flag. Yeah, exactly. You show her in college, end credits. That's it. You don't need the pandering. I didn't need to know she was ambiguously gay or queer. I don't care. Okay. Did An American Tale on the Land Before Time make you cry? No, because I saw them as a kid. Okay, I could shut this off for now. I deleted some pictures. I had to. I had very little storage space left because I recorded like every reaction I did in Spider-Man: No Way Home. Fire alert. Mm-hmm. We're almost done. It's 3 o'clock. I'm glad I did this early. No more little Sims on my chat. Don't spoil that movie, please, Ethan. I haven't seen it. What? Uh, the the Mitchells versus, yeah. There's not much of a thing. They show a freaking flag, and they should have ended it there. Get to the chopper. What's your thoughts on new Chip and Dale? I hope it's good. I loved that cartoon when I was a kid, and I don't know why they had to get celebrity voices to do the Chip and Dale. Because, like I said, they could have gotten Trust McNeil, but yeah. But again, I guess they didn't want to do it. They didn't want her to do three voices. Yeah, it's not your fight. I haven't seen the Mitchells versus Machines. Yeah, see it on Netflix. It's good. I don't need this. I'll just. This movie also is subtle. The acting is not as over the top as you think. Yeah. Me too. It's very mafia. And again, unlike House of Gucci, at least these people don't have an accent that takes me out of the movie. They don't sound like cartoon characters. It's like, nobody say that to me. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, Jared Leto. You're a cartoon now. Did Charlotte's Web or Snoopy come home make you sob? No. Now it would, because I really miss Debbie Reynolds. Because I loved just hearing her voice when I was a kid. And it just, she dies at the end of that movie. And just, that's good. That was a good line. Who's the tree trunk? He also looks like Kevin Smith. Like when Kevin Smith was fat in the '90s when he was directing and he was acting his own films. That I didn't know. See that mafioso accent? That's fine. That's all House of Gucci needed. You didn't need these laughable Mario accents. They're just laughable, guys. I'm sorry. It's laughable. When I heard Lady Gaga's accent in the movie in the trailer, I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, why do you sound like Yelena from Black Widow? It's less robotic. I just think there's a reason she didn't get an Oscar nomination. Laughable accents, guys. And those actors, some of them are Italian, but they don't have an accent like Monica Bellucci. Yeah, don't. Lady Gaga has the only convincing Italian accent in House of Gucci, in my opinion. All the other accents are sound broken. Because Jeremy Irons sounds more like he's talking in his own accent. Yeah, he's supposed to be a South American dealer, and he has a British accent. What is wrong with you, Hollywood? Don't you know what an accent sounds like? A South American accent either sounds Latino, like me, or it sounds Portuguese, like Danielle Melchior. Don't you know what an accent is? Thoughts on Trashy Driver? It's a good movie, and it's not 3 hours long. Daniela's accent never made me laugh. No, because it's not natural. It's not forced. It doesn't sound incoherent. It sounds natural. But when they sound like a cartoon character, I'm just like the girl from Brave. I was laughing my ass off, and it's a cartoon, so it. Karen never made me laugh. Like her accent doesn't make me laugh. She's cute. She has beautiful hair. But with Yelena, it sounded like she sounded like a freaking like Natasha from Rocky and Bullwinkle. It sounded, but just more robotic. Taxi Driver is a good film. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Chuck Russell did a good job of this movie. I wish he did more action films like this. How would you feel if Jessica Chastain wins Best Actress? That'd be great. I just don't like the subject matter of that movie, The Eyes of Tammy Faye. It just the subject, the tone, the synopsis didn't interest me. Hello, what happened? Who? Hold on. It's fine. I, just get me some McDonald's or whatever. Okay, go. I'm doing a podcast. Fine, that's fine. Okay, yeah, okay. Caitlin Deaver could do an accent and make it sound feminine. Also, South America could also sound like Southern accent like me. Yeah, but it with the movies that they do now, it sounds ridiculous. Sorry about that interruption, guys, but my brother still lives in this house and he doesn't do anything, so he doesn't do much. Hey, do you drive? No, I walk. What about if Andrew Garfield or Denzel Washington wins for Best Actor? I don't think that's going to happen. I want somebody new. That was a great stunt, by the way. That wasn't Arnold, clearly, but let's just finish this because I don't want to finish this tomorrow or do it in two parts. High noise area, yeah. That was cool. Yeah, there's a lot of practical effects in this movie and a lot of good action, except for the scene with the gators or crocodiles or whatever they were, the reptiles earlier in the scene. And in that scene, that's probably the worst effects in the movie because they had to use CG and that wasn't needed. You could have cut that. It should have just been the practical crocodile from Jumanji because that looked way better, and that was 1995, a year before this. It's a cat. But this is when Arnold gets the two guns and starts blasting them away. Favorite Arnold movie? Uh, Terminator 2 is one of them, but I just think it's too long, so that's one of them. Yeah. hmm T2 is probably one of my favorite films. I just wish it wasn't as long as it was. 2.5 hours is way too long. This movie's under 2 hours and it does its job well. Those guns are awesome in the movie. The TMNT fan of all time. No, I'm not going to unblock you. I'm sorry. I'm going to just leave you there. The podcast is almost over. Yeah, Arnold got stabbed right through the leg. Am I Mexican background? No, I'm not. He told me all about you. Yeah, I'm gonna block you again. Just leave me alone, or I'm gonna report you. If I report you, then Facebook will tell. I'm gonna just report this kid. I'm sorry. I told you I don't want any more. I don't want any more. Nobody knows me better than me. I don't want people bothering me. I don't do these podcasts for trolls. Screw trolls. We're almost done. Now I know who my real friends are and who's not. Let me just remove this. I'm not gonna block it. I'm just gonna remove it. I don't want to. I don't want to deal with it anymore. A rat. Those are real rats too. No CGI here. Ratcatcher was there. They knew Vanessa Williams was not an action star, so they made her the witness that Arnold has to protect. She can act and sing, but she's not an action star. That's awesome. Those guns are awesome. Pew 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 pew. It's total Terminator moment, and he does kill people here. Have you seen the Rugrats episode where Stu makes chocolate pudding at 4 in the morning? Yes, and I could understand what he was going through. That was awesome. The zoom, 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 zoom. Yeah, I wish Arnold used those guns earlier in the film. They're like the guns from the Matrix. I have no idea what he's saying. Maybe he's Russian. I don't know. Oh, I know who that is. That's the guy from. That was the guy from Home Alone 3. He's Polish. Yeah. Oh man, caffeine will kill ya. Yeah, take that. Yeah, that's the only action she does in the entire film. But again, I don't blame her. Chuck Russell can't make an action star out of everybody, so he did. But Arnold is spot on in this movie. This scene is awesome. I love it. If Double Toast had said this is so stupid, it's a sci-fi action movie in a way because the guns are sci-fi. The Polish community can act. Yeah, I know. Yep, good practical effects. Maybe if Dark Fate was more like this, people would love it more because that movie was just an abomination. I'm almost done. That's an awesome effect. See, the cars are not flying. Those guns were awesome. I'm glad Arnold got to use it at the end. I wish it was in the movie more. And he played a guy named John also in Commando. He was John Matrix. Again, what do I have to do to keep this kid out of here, man? Like I said, some people just need to. Yeah, I have to do this. Crush your dreams. You're not gonna. Dreams can be crushed. Trust me. I wish American Idol ended and it keeps going. Are there any serials that you hate? I don't like Kicks that much. Good. Another good stunt in the movie. Spam accounts is why I have moderators for my live streams. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that because the girl from Tuesdays, if I could do a good action movie, she deserves a good movie. Yeah, exactly. Any more spam, you're done. I already reported him to YouTube. They'll take care of it. No more harassment. I don't need that in my podcast. Talk about the film or screw off. Or talk about something that I care about. Don't add things that have nothing to do with this movie. The Batman, at least they didn't mention much because some people are seeing it tonight. I get it. I'm not spoiling it. I already know what happens. I saw one review already. The score is really good. Alan Silvestri did a good job. He did Back to the Future and The Avengers as well. Goodbye, John. Yep. Bye, James Caan. No. Yep. He Yeah, he has a Looney Tunes death, like a Wile E. Coyote death. This was fun. I'm glad I got to do it. Little Sim, you can't bring me down, man. I'm older than you, so I have more experience and I'm smarter than you. Trying to spam my account. No, no one is going to do that again. People try to spam my Skype account years ago, and I taught them a thing or two. It's like goodbye. And it's like, phew. Yep, Arnold stands alone again. Look at all those guns. Well, there's one or two films where he dies. Like End of Days, he dies. That's why I haven't seen it yet. This is a very entertaining movie. I hadn't watched it in years. Yes, exactly. Thank you, John. The girl from 365 Days is a gorgeous woman. If she was in a Bond movie or Star Wars or something, I would look at her for days. Give them a chance. Don't give them garbage. Vanessa Williams never did any BDSM movies or Stockholm Syndrome, the movie. Yeah, they didn't kiss because back in the 90s, people couldn't accept a black woman kissing a white man. But nowadays, I accept it. Hey, it's going to happen. What I won't accept is LGB bullshit in my movies or shows. Yeah, so James Caan doesn't die here, but when he fell, it was like a Looney Tunes. He should have died from that fall. He just broke his leg. No, I'm so not buying that. That's one thing I don't buy at the end of this movie. It's a good movie. I think it's very entertaining, and so glad James Cameron didn't do this movie. It'd be 3 hours if it was. Sometimes you need to make a movie under 2 hours or 2 hours even. You don't need the extra 30 minutes or more. The Batman, trust me, everybody's going to see that movie and say, yeah, the movie could have been shorter, just like the Snyder Cut last year. Stop making movies too long. An hour and 50 I can handle, but 2.5 hours, no. No more of that. Everybody else is talking, not talking about the movie. Why aren't you getting mad at them? For what? About the Batman? I'm not seeing it. So I don't care. And the movie has a definitive ending, no sequel bait. They're remaking this movie for some reason, but that's about it. Mm-hmm. Kablooey. What is the number one best Arnold role? Like again, the Terminator is one of them. Another one is Commando. I like Predator. I just don't. It never. After the second one, it just peaked. After that, yeah, but Arnold got away. He went underground. The movie could have just ended there. Hmm. Uh-oh. Yep, you're locked. And there's Robert Pastorelli. Yep. He gave Arnold a favor. Dakota Johnson, people gave her a chance, and she's respected now. Yeah, and she's doing Marvel now. So, in your face, writers of 50 Shades of Grey. They saw her gorgeous ass and, like, we got to get her into the MCU. Good for her. I'm glad that she's getting something. Mm-hmm. There's Arnold. The worst Arnold movie is Batman and Robin. Because Hercules in New York, that was his film debut. It sucked, but it wasn't Arnold's fault. Batman and Robin, he could not help himself. He had to do bad ice puns for 2 hours and change. Yep, you're erased. Now James Caan dies. If he survives this, then he's a Terminator. You've been erased. Now he's done. He's done. Like dinner. Nothing to it. Yeah. Rest in peace, Robert Pastorelli. Yep. Now he's dead. If he walks out of this, I'm like, no, movie's over. And that's the movie. That was fun to watch, despite the podcast, having some problems in the podcast. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the real people that were here to talk about the movie. Thanks, Josh and Iron Lantern, etc. Next podcast, I might do one tomorrow, but it depends how I feel. But thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next movie. It still holds up really well. If you've never seen this movie, stream it. It's available to stream. Welcome to the Ice Age, the worst pun. No, it's not. There's way worse than that. But that was the movie. So thanks for watching.